Hey Charmers, welcome here to another wonderful horoscope video. I'm Bailey, and this is my token Aquarius, Amanda.
Hey Charmers!
And today we're going to talk about a look inspired by the wonderful sign of Aquarius, one of my personal favorite signs, that's for sure. And before we get started on this look, I just want to talk to Amanda a little bit about your sign. How much do you know about your
Aquarius? I know what I think really pertains to me as far as like an Aquarius trait, and then I'm like, oh, that's so me. But I feel like I'm always learning more about, you know, an Aquarius and how we are and like my different personality traits that relate to that. It's like so cool. Astrology just, you know, you find out new things anytime you talk about it.
Oh, me too. I love it. That's what I love doing about these videos is there's always more to learn. One thing, a common misconception about Aquarius, they're often considered a water sign because of the name Aquarius, but they're actually an air sign. So what comes with the air sign is a lot of knowledge, a lot of words. They're going to be writers are really good at talking or really good at their communication skills. Does that feel like it resonates?
I mean, I'd like to say so.
Yes. When it comes to makeup, what's your signature look? Like, what are some of your go-tos?
So for me, you know, I always say it's like my top 3 things that I would put on and walk out the door, and if I can only pick one, it would for sure be mascara, a little blush, just to give myself, you know, a little lively. Yeah, definitely. And then just like a chapstick or a lip gloss.
I love
But like less is more for me.
Okay,
for sure.
I agree. So let's take a look at this month's inspired palette before we get into the look that we're going to do. So we have Iconic London, a beautiful palette here that we are going to create a look for you in.
This is total Aquarius vibes.
Most Aquarius that I know really like to stick to more of a natural eye. Like Amanda's saying, they love the mascara, they love the natural color in their cheeks and their lips. So this Day to Night Velvety Eyeshadow Palette, this has 20 different colors in it, and as you can see, there's some shimmers and there's also some mattes. These are very beautiful, subtle colors that are gonna play up the natural skin tones in your face. So
I'm honestly a little surprised that I'm really drawn to these like kind of more shimmery tones. But I feel like, you know, just a couple colors would go such a long way. You don't have to do much with these. But then if you wanted to like, you know, upgrade or something, like add a little girl boss in there.
I love
I'm not
that.
mad at that.
So the first thing, if you know me by now, I love skin prep. And what you're going to get in this month's box is one of my favorite products, actually, is this First Aid Beauty Facial Radiance Pads. These help exfoliate, tone, and brighten the skin. And that's everything we want before we start our makeup application, right?
100%.
So we're just gonna use one of these.
I love these because they're just so grab and go, you know?
So grab and go. You can easily keep these in your car. You can easily keep this in your purse. And a quick pick-me-up if you're just after a plane flight, after a long drive. Rub it all over your face, throw on some makeup, and you feel so fresh. Next, we're going to use Pure Cosmetics 4-in-1 Rescue Primer, just to prep the skin and get it ready for that foundation. Sometimes I like to use a brush to apply my skin prep. Helps me get in all the nooks and crannies. So now that we've done the skin prep and some primer, we're gonna use some of this Becca 24-hour full coverage foundation, and I'm gonna help find your match here, or at least walk you through my process when it comes to picking a foundation color for beautiful models. I usually get a color that's close, and then I get one that I think might be close as well. So we're gonna take 2 colors here. I'm just gonna put a little bit of both right on our face. So as I put both of these on here, I want the one that's gonna disappear the most, right? So this one right here, as you can see, we're still seeing it on her skin. So to me, that says it's gonna be a little bit too light of a color for her. See this one, as I start to rub it a little bit, it's gonna start to disappear in her skin. And that's the color that we want. We want a foundation that we're not going to see on top of the skin. That's what's gonna look most natural and most beautiful. So I'm gonna go with this color right here. One thing with foundation, I really like to blend it out. So most people like to get a thin layer everywhere. I like to concentrate in the middle of the face and then use the excess product just to blend it outward for a really flawless finish. Amanda here has beautiful skin, and so we don't want to cover it up too much, but we do want to even it out. One tip I like is less product and more blending.
It's very Aquarius.
Very Aquarius. So next I want to use some of this Pretty Vulgar concealer. I think it's wonderful. It is a gel formula and it just blends beautifully into the skin. And I've mentioned this before and I'm going to mention it again. I love to mix colors, most likely straight from the cosmetic store or wherever you get your makeup from your box. All these colors aren't going to be perfect for everyone's skin tone. You're going to have to blend a little or mix a little or try a little here, a little there. And that's all part of the fun of makeup, right? So I've kind of mixed this beautiful color, mostly light, but then a little bit of this middle ground. Love that name. Little by little, we're just perfecting her skin. She still looks like beautiful Amanda. We're not changing her face at all. But we are definitely just brightening it up and making her the best version of herself, right? Sometimes I like to layer it, so this one a little bit more orange in it, and that's gonna cancel some of the darker. And then I'm gonna layer on top of it some lighter concealer. Sometimes I like to layer the skin tone and then a lighter. If I just go with the lighter right on top, it almost goes a little bit gray. So I like to layer different colors. And you can see automatically that's just brightening her face right up. The whole point of this is that she looks better than she did 5 minutes ago, right? We want to apply a little bit of foundation, a little bit of concealer, and if that's all you have time for, you want to be able to leave the house, right? You want to be able to feel and look your best quickly. So that's how I like to apply concealer and foundation, with the hopes that if that's all I have time for, then that's good enough for the day. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. So next we're going to add some beautiful eye color to really finish this eye off, this whole look off. And as I mentioned earlier, we want to keep it in that metallic range because we're going to speak to your Aquarius, your inner Aquarius. So I'm thinking this Bronze Bay.
Love that.
This 24 karat gold also looks nice. My brush just ended up in the 24 karat gold.
There's nothing wrong with 24 karat gold.
No. Close for me. As you can see, we're already just adding a nice sheen to that eye popping there. I'm going to take some of this Velvet Crush. And I'm also using Alamere Cosmetic brushes to apply some of this blusher to her cheeks again. And I love these brushes because they're vegan, they're cruelty-free, and really nice bristles. I mean, feel that for me.
I know,
it's
like, so soft. I feel it
so
on my face.
So soft. I love it. It just helps really diffuse that color in the cheeks. Go ahead and look forward for me. Gorgeous, right? Now I'm applying some Baddington lashes. These are beautiful lashes, nice and natural. There's no quick way to put on lashes, kind of like doing your eyeliner. It's just something that takes care and time. Sometimes I like to add a coat of mascara on top of false lashes, and it just makes them look a little bit more real instead of that glossy false finish. It helps really melt the natural and the false lashes together. So here's the final look. And all you Aquarius out there, don't forget to stay true to you. Like, comment, and subscribe below if you like what you saw.